Hello, I'm Chris Perfect. I'm the shitty bass player in the Lazy MKs.
Hi, I'm Etienne. I play steel.
I'm Ty Hammer. I play backline defense. I keep the beat. I keep the band in time. And I play drums.
My name is Mike Dawson. I'm the one that can't skate, and I directed the Lazy MKs video for You Don't Have to Go Home with Him.
I'm Brian with BuzzCity.ca, and you're about to get MK'd. How did you guys end up working with this Mike Dawson fellow on this video?
Well, our first record came out on Mike's label at the time, which was Young Soul, and we knew Mike from around the scene. He runs Library Voices, and so at one point he came up with his idea. He said, "Let's do a video." And we said, "Yeah, well, let's go for it." So it just kind of came together just from kind of knowing him around the scene.
Nice. Chris, tell me about the song that you guys picked to do the video.
Well, it was kind of a party song, and we got the idea from a local bar in town. And so the song is called "You Don't Have to Go Home with Them," and it had a pretty good vibe, and it kind of amps up at the end, and we wanted to have fun with it. And we had the horns from the Polygon brass band come in and play it on the record. So we wanted to choose that song because it would be good, conducive for a party, and that's kind of what the video includes as well. So.
How's Mike as a director? Was he that guy that's like, my coffee's too cold and there's not 14 creamers in here, throws it at people and you have to start all over? Like, let's tell me about Mike directing.
I think it was more like, well, I always like Mike's stories about his favorite trick. He'd tell people do something and then they'd do it, and then he'd just keep the camera rolling after that, and whatever happened after they stopped, that was kind of what more made it in the video, it seemed like. So he's one of those Zen directors.
That's right.
You don't know what's happening.
You didn't even tell Pipes until the end what his role was in the movie or the film itself. And
Yeah, I thought I'd get a more honest performance.
yeah, I think it was great. Yeah, and you can. Well, I mean, someone without the know couldn't tell, I suppose, but I could. After I heard your story, it makes a lot of sense. Reaction.
Yeah, Piper got dumped in the end of the video, and his expression to end the video is really what makes the video.
Ties it all together.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like not necessarily totally scripted all the way through. It was kind of.
Well, we had a rough plot line, but we kind of just left it up to Mike to kind of we just kind of said, here, this was our idea, and we could supply the venue for it to happen, and then it was all down to Mike, and he made it happen.
Ty, where do you think the inspiration came from for the video itself? There's obviously a party vibe going on. What do you guys think of this?
Well, it stems from the song itself being written about an anecdote that Chris experienced again at a local establishment where he was giving a young lady advice that was unasked for, I suppose, and unfollowed as well, and we just figured it would suss out to a good story that something like universally. And when everybody gets a chance to see the video, they'll relate to at least one side of the three prongs of the story, I suppose.
I remember growing up as a kid, and I grew up in rural Saskatchewan, and we didn't have a lot of access to record stores or anything. And so for me, like late night, much music back when they used to play videos, there would be Indie Street and City Limits and these the equivalent of Brave New Wave for music videos, and it was just sort of kind of like musicians that were on the same page as people making films. You can tell it was their friends, and they were just this attitude of, you know, we can do this and go for it. And so it was about, you know, storytelling. It wasn't about overacting, and it wasn't about like special effects or pretension just to be pretentious. And that's kind of what I've always loved about music videos, is that, you know, you kind of get lost in the little story for a couple minutes. And so that's, I mean, what I set out to do is, from that perspective, I mean, from the technical end, I learned a whole shitload I wish I could go back and redo, but I mean, next time.
But that storytelling process must have come pretty naturally, though, working with these guys and having a song set out. That
yeah,
is an
for sure.
evolution.
I mean, and it's interesting. From my perspective, the most exciting part was that, I mean, it's an instrumental song, and so, you know, they have their own internal stories that exist behind all the songs, and I don't think they're always as well known to the casual listener, and so to get a little insight into where that song came from and the title came from, and to build off that, I mean, it's, you know, A, it's nice because they make cinematic music, and B, it's nice because I don't have to sync up the footage with anyone singing along.
Well, what kind of blew me away was just, I think the song is what, it's just under 3 minutes or something.
2.5 minutes.
And we have this like big long story, and then like somehow Mike like fit it all in. It was just like shot, and it's like there's a story.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Without feeling too you know, ADD. It's just, it's like there's lots of cuts, but it doesn't feel like it's like, you know, you're rocking out to it every
good pace.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
it flows along. Mike, is there a point somewhere in the video that you're just like, yeah? Because there's always, for me, there's always that one cut, you know, that one shot, that one scene that you absolutely love, and you know that's the centerpiece of it. Was there anything like that?
You know, for me, it's actually the opposite, and it was the shots I thought I got that I didn't that ate away at me, and just like this endless like fight to try to make this footage work that just wouldn't work, and having to kind of just like abandon it on the cyber cutting room floor or whatever. And so, I mean, yeah, I mean the party itself is sort of, it's kind of nice to just show up with a camera and turn it on and let these guys do what they do. And so I'm very happy with all that footage. I mean, you know, but it was these few shots. There was a shot of the hat I had of him, and I just could not squeeze it in, and the meters were off, and it was blown out, and so c'est la vie.
There's a part where the two main characters of the story are upstairs, and it's, for me, it's kind of like the turning point of the whole video, where you get to see where the two people's minds are, and it's just this great little shot where the male lead goes to reach for her hand and she pulls back, and just two little cuts really quick, but like a ton of impact. That's my favorite.
Well, at the end.
And then what ties it up is basically the same male lead has just a moment where he realizes that he's lost the game, and there's just this moment, and it's like it's a 1.5 second shot, but it's like it tells you the whole story. It's perfect.
The shots at the table, you know, everyone that's around the table, and they're obviously having a good time, and they weren't cute to do it. They just, I don't know, they obviously just were having fun and drinking.
How do you feel when it was done?
Nervous. I was a little nervous to show them, but in the end, I think everyone is happy with it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were really
Mike
happy
did a great job. Yeah, it was really
We're actually a little taken aback. We figured just from what we were supplying as footage, we were kind of doing ourselves a disservice. But Mike did a good job of covering that up, I think.
So Mike made you guys look good at the very least.
Well, not us, but everyone else. Anyway, asking to make us look good. That's like, we'd have to give him some money then.